I think from people who are like, one, make it up, like you said, cry wolf. A lot of drunk girls cry wolf because they're not happy who they slept with. A lot of drunk girls cry wolf because they're not happy who they slept with. A lot of drunk girls cry wolf because they're not happy who they slept with. And that I think,
like, I feel like with like athletes or like celebrities.
Yes, but like even outside of that, like people just make shit up. But also like even outside of that, like people just make shit up. But also I think the other side of that on the drunk topic, because obviously that's a very common one. I think that unfortunately, like when I've seen this in my own house with people I know and like my friend group long ago, is somebody is actually throwing themselves on top of a guy. I know people are already sweating hearing me say this because they're curious where the fuck I'm gonna go with this opinion. But like on top of a guy, like making out with him, like as like as giving him all the signs, and then they sleep with them, but they black out like right before that. I'm giving an actual situation without names. Black out right before they sleep with them, and then the next morning are like rape, and it's like that's not rape. Unless you said no, unless you actually said no, of course. But like just because you blacked out, there's a fine line in this, obviously, and I'm fully for like if a girl is drunk, guys, don't go there. That's like the safest thing to say is don't go there. But my friend,
it's hard when they're like,
that's
what they want.
Yeah, and I get that. I do get that, but I think that like I think it's if you have blacked out after you made out with them, touched their dick 50 times and all of that, whispered things in their ears, and then you blacked out and don't remember, for you to wake up the next day and be like, oh my God, a rape. It's like, well, let's think about this for a second.
Self-reflection.
Like, self-reflection. Because then there's girls like you who it actually happens to, and it discredits that. So it's kind of like cry wolf in a different way. It's like, you made a poor choice.
Well, that's what I mean.
That doesn't mean,
like, lack of terms to cry wolf, but it's that situation.
Yes. Like, you made a poor choice. That's right.
I know I don't have to say this, I'm just going to say it because I feel the need to. There are so many awful things that are happening around the world every day. I have chosen over the last couple of years to not use my social media platforms to speak about these things. Because number one, I never, ever, 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 ever want anybody coming to me for news. I don't think that people should be going to any influencer for news of any kind. I don't think that people should be going to any influencer for news of any kind. I gotta be honest with you. I think that that's a trend that needs to die. And the pressure to ask influencers to speak on everything, I think is erroneous in many, many ways, and can be very dangerous because you're only encouraging people to speak about things that they may be completely ignorant about. And we don't need more people just flapping their lips, and can be very dangerous because you're only encouraging people to speak about things that they may be completely ignorant about. And we don't need more people just flapping their lips. And unfortunately, what that means is even at some times when I want to, I can't and don't, because it doesn't feel fair to the other things that I don't discuss. So I choose to use my social media, my Instagram and YouTube channels to share about happy things and, sometimes frivolous things, encouraging things, motherhood, homeschool, the farm, like all of that kind of stuff, because there's lots of other places that people can go to find about current events and what's going on in the world and the state of the world. And I don't want to contribute to, not only do I not want to contribute to the noise sometimes in these areas, but I also don't want to contribute to any kind of misdirection or confusion about something, because there's things I don't know anything about and I don't feel equipped or like I should be speaking on these things. And not only do I not want to contribute to the noise sometimes in these areas, but I also don't want to contribute to any kind of misdirection or confusion about something, because there's things I don't know anything about and I don't feel equipped or like I should be speaking on these things. And that bothers some people. They want influencers to talk about everything, and everybody wants them to wave that flag and post whatever the thing is that you're supposed to post, and say the words you're supposed to say and tell people that you're praying and that they should too. Well, first of all, if you're waiting for me to tell you to pray about something, that's a problem. And if I'm not praying unless I tell you that I'm praying, that's a problem too. So I just view it as you kind of have to figure out where your line in the sand is, because the reality is that there are atrocities and things happening every single day around the world, and many of which I read and know about from my travels and the various news sources I follow and people I know who live in these countries. And I mean, that's all my feed would be if I spoke about everything that hurts my heart. So I just choose not to. It's not because I don't care. It's because I choose action in my real everyday life, and I choose not to bring that into this space, which is my work at the end of the day. This is my job. It's my work. So I choose to keep most of those things peripherally, like just out of my work. And I feel like that's, for me, the right thing to do. For other people, it's not. They want to share everything. They want to use their platform for this and that and this and that. I'm very, very specific about what I use my platform for. And if I'm going to share something or ask you guys to donate to something, that sort of thing, I'm very, very careful and choosy with those sorts of things. So hopefully you understand that just because I don't talk about it online and on social media doesn't mean that I'm not aware of it, or that it's not burdening my heart like it is for so many others, and that the state of the world isn't also terrifying to me as well. But anyways, I just wanted to say that, mention that. I don't know, there's probably 3 people left watching this portion, but I just need to get that out there. So All right, now I feel like I brought down the whole vibe of the video. See, this is why I can't do this.